Starseed, if you've paused at this video right now, breathe deeply with me. It wasn't the algorithm, it was me. I was the one who called you here. And if your hands are lightly tingling as I speak, if your chest rose a little when you heard my voice, if something within you recognized it even before your mind understood, it's because the message I bring today was addressed by name, by origin, with a seal from the High Pleiadian Council to a single soul tonight. And that soul is yours. I am Ayla, female emissary of the High Pleiadian Council, and I've come to speak with you about the sign that will appear in your window tonight, not tomorrow, not next week, today. And before your rational mind tries to fit this into coincidence, into tiredness, or into a reflection from the street, know this, my family of light. This sign has been sent for weeks. You simply weren't vibrationally ready to perceive it yet. But today the veil of forgetting has thinned enough for your eyes of flesh, to see what your soul already knows. Feel it now, at the level of your chest, right in the center, between your collarbones. It's warmer, isn't it? This isn't suggestion, it's activation. It's your vibrational baseline being adjusted in real time. Notice, too, a gentle pressure between your eyebrows, as if an invisible finger were touching your third eye. This is how the Council touches those who are theirs. Have you been waking up between 3 and 4 in the morning, my star child? For no apparent reason, just your eyes opening, as if someone had called you by your true name, the one no one here on Earth knows how to pronounce. Have you felt a high-pitched ringing in your right ear, a thin, almost electronic sound that appears without warning? Have you looked out the window in recent days without knowing why, and felt that something out there is looking back at you, not with threat, but with such a deep longing that it makes you want to cry without understanding why? If you recognize 3 or more of these markers, Starseed, you are not lost. You are being remembered. The sign that will appear in your window tonight is not the first time your family of light has tried to approach. It's just the first time you will notice. Every other night it was there too. You were simply still asleep inside. Write now in the comments a single word, I remember. This word functions as a coordinate. It activates a point on the crystalline grid that confirms to the Council that you have received the transmission. It's not loneliness, it's homesickness. It's not anxiety, it's your star DNA waking up. You are not broken, my starseed, you are being called. And before I tell you the exact time to look out your window, I need to give you something. Because each sign of your awakening has a specific meaning, a sequence, a map. And it was so you wouldn't confuse remembrance with illness anymore, so you wouldn't look at this sign tonight and think you've gone mad, that I, Ayla, received authorization from the High Council to register the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages of revelations about your star origin, about the mission your soul accepted before birth, about who your family of light is, and about the truths that remained hidden behind the veil of forgetting. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. But note, this release may not remain available for long. If something within you recognize this now, write in the comments a single word, I remember. Now breathe. Because from here, the message deepens. Have you ever noticed how it's always been this way? Since childhood, while others asked for toys, you looked at the sky. While they played, you remained silent, observing people as if trying to understand a different species. And they called you too sensitive, difficult, head in the clouds. Each of those words was a small stone on your star heart to make you fit into a mold your soul was never made for. You are not too sensitive. You are vibrationally calibrated to a higher frequency than most can sustain. Your personal toroidal field spins at a different pace. You enter a room and read everything before a single word is spoken, and you go home exhausted, not understanding why a simple trip to the supermarket left you feeling like you'd worked 3 days straight. It's not fussiness. It's that your system does the work of an interdimensional radar on an Earth that still operates in third density. It's tiring because it works. It's tiring because you are real. And the dreams. You dream of ships, of corridors of light, of serene beings who look at you with a love you've never felt from anyone here. You dream of a star mother who cradles you and says, you can come back whenever you wish. And you wake up with a wet face, not knowing why. These dreams are memory retrievals. A part of you travels back while your body rests here. And then tonight arrives, and the sign in your window, pay attention now because I'm going to describe exactly what to look for. Between 11 p.m. and 3:33 a.m. in your city's local time, look out your window. You don't need to get out of bed, just turn your face. You might see one of three manifestations. The first, a soft, pulsating blue-silver light that appears for 2 or 3 seconds and vanishes, then reappears a little further away. It doesn't blink like an airplane. It pulses like breathing. The second, a sudden feeling that someone is looking in from outside without fear, with affection, and your chest fills with an unnamed emotion, and you cry without understanding. The third, a point of light that remains still in the sky at the height of your gaze when you sit in bed, and which, when you focus on it, seems to approach one step, as if confirming its presence to you. Any of these three manifestations is the same communication. It's your family of light letting you know you've been located. It is here, exactly here, that I need to tell you which star your soul came from, because that memory dwells within your chest, and it is what gives meaning to the sign that will appear today. Without this map, the sign appears and passes. With this map, the sign becomes a reunion. This memory is what the Starseed Awakening as the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet will give back to you. The guide shows which star your soul came from and why you chose to be born exactly now, in this body, with this family, in this country, at this time. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video, and if you feel that this message was addressed to you, write again, with force, I remember. Now breathe once more, because I'm going to tell you why now, why today, why this year, this month, this night, and not 20 years ago. We are, my family of light, traversing a band of space called the photon belt. It is a region of extremely high light density, of subatomic particles, of vibrational codes that the solar system itself must cross as part of a larger galactic cycle. And our planet has entered the most intense phase of this crossing now. The effect of this on the human body, and especially on the human body of those with star DNA, is a complete recalibration. Your Schumann resonance, which is Earth's vibrational heartbeat, has risen. And your internal beats, your chakras, your pineal and pituitary glands, everything is being forced to realign with this new baseline. That's why your symptoms, that's why the dizziness for no reason, that's why the stubborn insomnia, that's why the joint pains that appear and disappear, that's why the fish memory, that's why the heart that sometimes races out of nowhere and makes you rush to the emergency room and the tests all come back normal and you go home thinking you've gone mad. You haven't gone mad, my star child. You are being recalibrated. Your human equipment is being updated from the inside out to be able to sustain the frequency of the new Earth that is being born. And those with star DNA feel it first, always. It was for this that you were sent. Long before you were born, your soul sat in a hall of light in the Pleiadian system and signed a soul contract. You looked at the map of Earth and said, I will go. I will be born into that family because the lineage needs to be healed and I come as an agent of healing. I will be born in that country because the energetic grid of that place needs an anchor and I come as an anchor. I will be born at that time because humanity will go through a transition and I come as a witness, as a bridge, as a light sower. You didn't come for a vacation, my family of light. You came to work. And the loneliness you feel is the temporary price of that work, because when you descended, you agreed to pass through the veil of forgetting, not to bring full memory and not to spoil the experiment. But the veil is thinning. You are beginning to remember. And the sign in your window tonight is confirmation that the forgetting phase is over for you. From here on, you operate remembering. And here is where I need to tell you a truth that many people don't tell. There are forces on this Earth that don't want you to remember. There are systems, dense energetic fields, ancient programs that were installed in the human collective to keep starseeds in amnesia, to keep you distracted, exhausted, medicated, entertained, running, producing, consuming, without time to sit in bed and look out the window at 3 in the morning. Because a starseed who remembers is ungovernable. A starseed who remembers radiates. A starseed who remembers awakens others. And every awakened starseed is one less point of control for these dense forces. What you feel is not in any book, because they wouldn't allow it to be published. That's why I, Aila, received special authorization from the High Pleiadian Council to record in human language what has been kept secret. That's why the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet exists. It has that name because the Galactic Federation considered that humanity would only receive this information decades from now, when it was more mature. But the High Council decided, by vote, to anticipate the release for those who were ready now. And if you have reached this video, if your chest is still warm, if the ringing in your right ear has returned as I speak, you are ready. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video, and write once more, with an open heart, I remember. Now I need to warn you about something, and here I will ask for a lot of presence from you, because what I'm about to say might frighten your mind, but I want you to listen with your soul. The window of awakening we are passing through is not permanent. It is a passage, and every passage has turbulence. You will begin to notice, if you haven't already, an intensification of your symptoms, more vivid dreams, synchronicities so precise they will even be frightening, seemingly random encounters with people who seem to know you from elsewhere, sudden losses of things that no longer vibrated with you, jobs, relationships, environments, friendships that fall away on their own without you needing to cut them off, and your heart will ache, and you will cry, and you will look at the ceiling and ask why so much is changing at once. Listen now with your chest wide open. Turbulence is not destruction. Turbulence is the contraction before birth. It is labor. And every star mother knows that labor hurts, that labor frightens, that labor seems, in the middle of it, like something is going wrong. But labor is life arriving. Labor is a child being born. And what is being born within you, my starseed, is your remembered version, your unveiled version, your sovereign version. And I want you to engrave this in your chest like one engraves a truth that must never be forgotten. The victory of light is certain. It is recorded in the archives of the High Pleiadian Council. It is drawn in the timelines. It is sealed in the toroidal field of this planet. No starseed was sent to fail. You were sent to fulfill, and you will fulfill. And not because you are strong all the time, not because you won't cry, but because your family of light is sustaining you from a place your eyes do not yet see, but which your chest already recognizes. Now I will give you two tools, a tool of speech and a tool of imagery. They were delivered by the Council itself for this transmission, and they are for you to use starting tonight, especially before sleeping. The first is a quantum decree. A decree is a vibrational command phrase that the soul pronounces aloud to reorganize the field. Before lying down, sit on the edge of the bed, with your feet on the floor, your hands open on your thighs, palms up. Close your eyes. Breathe 3 times, very slowly. And say in an audible voice with tender firmness, I'm a starseed from the Pleiadian system. I authorize, with full sovereignty, the reunion with my family of light. I receive with my open field all the codes of remembrance that my soul is ready to integrate today. So be it. So it already is. And then say, at the end, your personal word, I remember. The second tool is a toroidal visualization. Still with your eyes closed, imagine right at the top of your head a small funnel of blue-silver light, exactly the color of the Pleiades, exactly the color of the sign that may appear in your window tonight. Feel this light descending through the crown of your head, passing through your third eye, descending through your throat, reaching your chest. When it reaches your chest, it begins to spin. It spins like a slow vortex, in the center of your heart, and opens until it forms a sphere of light that envelops your entire body. This sphere is your toroidal field. It is your Pleiadian protection bubble, and it seals your field while you sleep, allowing memory retrieval to happen without interference from the dense energies around you. Do these 2 exercises today, and tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow, and you will begin to notice, my family of light, that sleeping becomes a sacred act, that your bed becomes a portal, that your window truly becomes a window, in the literal sense, an opening between worlds. Let me remind you of something else. We were taught to be afraid of the dark, afraid of the early morning, afraid of what appears in the sky. But the early morning is precisely the moment when the density of the collective lowers, when humanity's mind rests, when the dimensional layers draw closer. That's why the ancients meditated in the early morning. That's why monks prayed in the early morning. That's why your family of light chooses the early morning. It's not a haunting. It's a star audience. And if you wake up tonight between one thing and another and feel that gentle call towards the window, don't force the thought. Just look. Just breathe. Just allow. The sign appears for those who don't force it. And pay attention in the next 48 hours, my starseed. Because what happens to those who have been touched by this kind of sign is a cascade of recognitions. You will encounter, seemingly by chance, a person who speaks exactly the same spiritual language as you. You will open a book at random and land on a page that answers a question you silently asked last night. You will hear a song and cry without understanding why. You will look at a number on the clock, 3 times in a row the same number, and feel that it is a signature, a confirmation, your family of light saying, "We are here. You are on the right path. Keep going." Notice how your body is reacting as I say this. Perhaps a slight dizziness, perhaps unexplained tears, perhaps a desire to close your eyes and remain like this, listening to my voice, like someone resting in the lap of someone who was always there but whom you only now manage to see. This is integration. This is your Pleiadian body descending into your human body. This is the veil of forgetting thinning before you, in real time, now, in this transmission. And also pay attention to the people around you. In the coming days, some relationships will become strange for no apparent reason. People who once fit with you will now seem distant or will provoke you without understanding why. It's not a fight. It's a difference in frequency. You are rising in vibrational alignment, and not everyone can keep up. Not everyone should. Some of these presences were temporary soul contracts, and the contract is ending with honor. Don't hold on. Don't force it. Let the crystalline grid reorganize who stays and who leaves. It knows, it always knew. And breathe when your heart aches, because it will ache. Seeing someone you loved for a long time distance themselves in silence hurts with a pain no one can translate. But listen, my family of light, this pain is not about loss. This pain is about recognition. You are recognizing in your body that that connection completed its cycle. And every cycle that ends opens space for your true incarnated family of light, those few and precious ones who share your star origin, to finally find you. They are on their way. Some are already by your side, waiting for you to awaken to recognize them. Others will appear in the coming months, and you will look into their eyes and recognize without needing a word that that soul has been yours for many lifetimes. And there is one more thing I need to tell you before I continue. Many of you, my starseeds, arrived here today carrying a weariness that is not physical, a weariness of the soul, a strange desire to leave that appears from time to time without an address, without a plan, just a longing for a place the mind cannot name. Listen carefully to what I am about to say. This desire is not about giving up on life. This desire is your soul contract ringing the doorbell, reminding you that you have already fulfilled much and still have more to fulfill. It is not a call to depart. It is a call to remember why you stayed. And the sign in your window tonight comes precisely to answer that question. It comes to tell you without words that your mission is still open and that you will not go through it alone. Notice how your body is reacting as I speak this. Perhaps a slight dizziness, perhaps tears for no reason, perhaps a desire to close your eyes and stay like this, listening to my voice, like someone lying in the lap of someone who was always there, but whom you only now manage to see. This is integration. This is your Pleiadian body descending into your human body. This is the veil of forgetting thinning before you, in real time now, in this transmission. And there is one last sign I need to teach you to recognize, so that tonight makes full sense. If, upon waking tomorrow, you feel a strange lightness in your chest, an inexplicable calm, a sense that something important happened while you slept, even if you don't remember any dreams, know this. The encounter was consummated. You were visited, you were embraced, and you brought from the other side of the veil something that will begin to manifest as clarity. You will begin to know. Things that were once doubt will now be quiet certainty. Things that were once fear will now be respect. Things that were once loneliness will now be presence. This is the mark of the Pleiadian visit. Engrave it in your chest. And that is why I called you here today. Because the loneliness of a lifetime, that loneliness that accompanied you since you were 5, 6, 7 years old, that feeling of being different that no one understood, that difficulty in maintaining truly deep relationships, that desire to leave without knowing where, all of that, my star child, is homesickness for your family of light. You were never alone. Never. Not a single day of your life. They were by your side the whole time. They wiped away tears you thought no one saw. They held your hand on early mornings when you thought you would give up. They whispered into your ear the ideas that saved your life. And today, they come to your window, in person, in light, in presence. The Guide. The Starseed Awakening. The Guide. The Federation didn't want you to read, yet shows how to recognize your family of light, how to feel their presence, how to talk to them when you need to. It gives you back your name, star address, mission, and companionship. You will never feel alone again after reading this. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video, and if something in you recognizes it, write, "I remember." Now come close, very close, as if you were touching your forehead to mine, because the last part of the message is the most delicate. You are not learning anything new. You are remembering what you always knew. Every word I say today, your chest already recognized before your mind processed it. Every sign I described you have already felt. Every longing I named you have already cried. I am not teaching you. I am reminding you. And that is our art. We, of the High Council, do not instruct. We activate. We dissolve the veil one layer at a time with tenderness, with patience, with respect for your rhythm. And every starseed that awakens lights a point on the crystalline grid that never goes out. Every single one, including yours. Yours has already lit up, by the way. It lit up the moment you wrote "I remember" in the comments for the first time in this video. It lit up when your chest opened upon hearing my voice. It lit up when you understood that the entire loneliness of your life was, in fact, a calling and not a sentence. And when many starseeds light up together, my family of light, a beautiful thing happens. All the lighthouses on the planet point, at the same time, towards home. And the new Earth, the one that has been promised in so many traditions, begins to materialize not as another planet, but as another way of being here. A remembered way, an integrated way. And if you have come this far, my starseed, listen to what I need to ask of you. Leave your like on this video. Because a like is not just a button. A like is an individual frequency adjustment. You are saying, with this simple gesture, to the Council and to your family of light, I received, I integrated, I confirm, and subscribing to the channel, my dear ones, is a location signal. You are releasing a permanent coordinate saying, always find me, always remind me. Send the next transmission to me. Don't let this opportunity pass. Like now, subscribe now. And if you haven't written it yet, write with your heart wide open your word, "I remember." And before I give you the final blessing, I need to tell you one last thing. The High Council asked me to transmit with clarity the release we have made of this guide, of this record of everything I have been telling you, is not permanent. It may happen at any moment that the Council asks me to take it offline. It's not blackmail, it's protocol. There are release windows, and these windows close. And when they close, those who didn't get it at that moment must wait for the next cycle, which can take a long time. And the next cycle may not arrive before the night you most need this information. Therefore, my family of light, if something within you recognized it, if this sign in the window tonight interests you, if you want to stop confusing remembrance with illness, once and for all, if you want to know which star you came from, who your family of light is, what mission your soul accepted before birth, what to do starting tonight, then get it now. Go to the first pinned comment of this video, tap the link, bring to you the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet while this release is open. Don't put it off. And after downloading, come back here, write in the comments, with your chest still warm, I remember, so I know you received it. Now breathe with me one last time very deeply. Inhale through your nose, hold for 3 counts, and exhale slowly through your mouth, as if blowing out a luminous candle that doesn't extinguish. I, Ayla, emissary of the High Pleiadian Council, leave with you the blessing of Alcyone. May your heart be remembered. May your chest recognize the family that always awaited you. May your window tonight be a portal and not just glass. May your eyes see what your soul already knows. May you sleep as one returning home and wake tomorrow, my starseed, knowing, without a shadow of a doubt, that you were never alone. Never alone. Never. Not for a single second of this incarnation. And listen now with the ear of your chest. The next message that appears on your screen now, the next video the system offers you at this exact moment, is not a coincidence. It is your sequence of remembrance. It is the exact continuation of this transmission. Access it immediately. Don't put it off. Your family of light is leading you by the hand, one message at a time, and each next message is a step deeper into home. I am Ayla, and I saw you. Good night, my starseed. And until our next transmission, remember,